Welcome back to the video, guys. My name is Everlutcher, and today I am back to the Pixel Gun 3D video. Today's video is going to be another top 10. I did a top 10 primaries in the past, but this one's going to be a little bit different. The last one I did basically 100% based on the damage of each weapon. So if it did a lot of damage, it's going to be based higher on the list. After I did some thinking, I realized when you're playing with primary weapons, especially automatic primary weapons, two of the most important things is the fire rate and the damage of the weapon. If you didn't know, if you combine your fire rate and your damage, that gets you your time to kill. Obviously, there's more math behind it, but that's essentially what it is. So today's video is going to be 100% based on the time to kill of each weapon. So basically, today's video I'm going to be telling you the top 10 weapons that are going to be best for you to get kills as fast as possible when using automatic primary weapons. I personally never see people using primary weapons anymore, so I would love to see them start using it. And if they are using them, they tend to be shotguns. I would love to see the automatic primaries come back into a meta because there's actually some really good ones out there. And yeah, so without any further ado, go ahead and leave a like. Only about 64% of you guys, something around there, is actually subscribed to my channel, so it would mean the freaking world to me if you would go ahead and click the subscribe button. If tomorrow comes and you no longer want to be subscribed, feel free to unsubscribe, but honestly guys, it would mean the world to me if you would just go ahead and click subscribe. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into this video. So coming in at the number 10 spot, we have the Cyborg Hands. The Cyborg Hands are honestly, they have really good skins for these weapons, but me personally, I never use them. But honestly, these weapons are actually really freaking good. I actually never see people using them again. They're not as broken as they used to be, but they're still really freaking good. They have a fire rate of 97, capacity of 40, mobility of 85, automatic and 4x zoom, and honestly, that's a really good mobility right there. The firing rate's not that bad either. The Cyborg Hands is coming in at number 10 on this list as it takes 800 milliseconds to kill somebody when using these weapons. That's if you hit every single shot, and that is if you hit them in the head. I do want to go ahead and point out that every single weapon on this list was all tested against level 65 armor, and they were all tested using level 8 modules, and they were all tested at weapon level 65. I want to go ahead and get that out of the way. But anyways, that is a Cyborg Hands. It takes 800 milliseconds to kill them, so it doesn't even take a second. All these ones are less than a second to kill somebody if you hit all your shots to their head, which is really freaking good. So all the people who have crazy tracking when you're aiming on this game, these weapons are going to be great for you. Obviously, I'm not adding shotguns on this list. This is just going to be automatic weapons because shotguns is going to be basically a one-tap if you get super close to them. For most of them, not all of them. But yes, guys, that is the Cyborg Hands. I kind of rambled on with other things for that one, but that is the Cyborg Hands right there, coming in at number 1 spot. Let's go ahead and hop right into number 2. So coming in at the number 9 spot, we actually have a weapon that I personally never use, and when this weapon came out, everybody made fun of it because they said it was an LGB weapon. This is the Rainbow Dispenser. The Rainbow Dispenser, despite its looks, I personally am not just a fan of the green on it. I think this is supposed to be a St. Patrick's themed weapon, but despite the looks, it's actually a really good weapon. It doesn't really have any actual effects on it, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it's really just a kind of standard type of automatic primary weapon. This thing has a 97 fire rate, capacity of 30, and a mobility of 65, so not the best stats right there. But this thing also does 800 milliseconds to kill somebody if you hit all your shots to their head, which is really freaking good. And the reason why I did it to the head is because obviously for the fastest time to kill, you're going to want to be aiming at their head. And obviously, why wouldn't you try to hit their head when headshots you get more damage on them? That just doesn't make any sense to me. So obviously you should be already trying to hit them in the head. But yeah guys, that is right there, the Rainbow Dispenser, and I do not think you can get this right now. I think you have to actually wait for the next St. Patrick's update to come out, which is I don't even know how long away. I'm not sure if you can get this thing with tickets, but you might be able to. Someone correct me in the comments down below and you might get your comment pinned. So coming in at number 8, it's actually a weapon that is really freaking good. I personally don't like the looks of them, but they're really good weapons, and that is the Shell Bubblers. The Shell Bubblers have a 91 fire rate, capacity of 30, mobility of 50, rockets, head enlargement, and healing. And fun fact about these weapons, they actually nerfed them, so the headshot and the body shot actually do the same amount of damage. So really with these weapons right here, you don't even have to aim at their head. You can aim at their body and it's going to do the same amount of damage, which is really freaking good. The Shell Bubblers do 767 milliseconds to kill somebody if you're hitting all of your shots, which is really good. Definitely worth trying out. If you have not gotten these, you can't get them anymore because they were a Battle Pass weapon. But if you do have them, I'd definitely be using them because the head enlargements, that's going to be great. Actually, the head enlargement's not too great because it makes it easier for your teammates to steal your kills. Because with these weapons, like I said, the body damage and the headshot damage do the exact same right now. So yeah. But anyways, guys, that is the Shell Bubblers coming in at number 8. Comment down below what you guys think about these weapons. I personally, they're fun to use. I'm just not a huge fan of the looks of them. But despite the looks, they're really good weapons. Definitely try them out if you have them. Coming in at number 7, we have the plastic rifle. This is actually one of my favorite primary weapons because I love the feel of it and I love the looks of it. This thing has a 97 fire rate, capacity of 30, mobility of 50, automatic and area damage. If you are a fan of the automatics with area damage, then definitely check this weapon out. I think you can get it with tickets, but I'm not 100% sure about that. But despite that, the plastic rifle does 750 milliseconds for you to kill somebody, which is really freaking good. That's actually really good given the fact that all the other ones are basically 800 or just slightly less than 800, and it's really good because this thing has area damage, so you don't necessarily have to have the best aim for it, and it still has a 97 fire rate, which is really good, but it's not the best weapon on the list right here. That's obvious because it's at only number 7, but that is a plastic rifle right there. Let's go ahead and hop right into number 6. So coming in at number 6 is a weapon that was 100% broken when it came out. This weapon has automatic, slows the target, and shoots in 3 directions. That is the arcade rifle. The arcade rifle has a fire rate of 98, capacity of 40, and mobility of 50, and with modules you can increase, well, lots of things. You can increase your capacity and you can increase the damage as well, obviously. But the arcade rifle was 100% broken when it came out, and it's still extremely freaking good in today's game, especially if you play on close range maps, because at shooting in 3 directions, if you can get all 3 of those shots to hit one person, you're going to shred through them like it's a freaking stick of butter. I don't freaking know. But the arcade rifle will kill someone if you're shooting them in the head at close range. It is going to be 700 milliseconds to actually kill them. That is really freaking good, and I highly recommend trying this out if you actually have this weapon. This weapon's really freaking good. Definitely use it. It's really good. That's all I can say about it. And it does slow down targets, so it's going to make it easier to get up close to them. And hopefully I can start seeing more people use some of these weapons on this list. But guess what? We're already at number 6, so we're not even halfway done with the list. Well, we're about halfway done with the list now. So there's 5 more weapons that are better than this weapon right here, so make sure you stay tuned and watch for that. If you have made it this far, comment down below. Arcade rifle is a pig. I don't know, just something like that. You might get your comment pinned. So coming in at number 5 is one of the newer automatic primary weapons, and that is a Force PGX. The Force PGX has a fire rate of 98, capacity of 35, mobility of 65, automatic, super punch, and slows the target, which is pretty good freaking stats for an automatic weapon. This thing does 700 milliseconds to kill somebody, just like the arcade rifle. So basically, whichever one you prefer, use it. This thing is super punch, so I'd probably take this one. But guess what? We still have another one that basically ties with these, so I'm not going to stay too much time on the Force PGX. This weapon's really fun to use, though, not going to lie. So if you did get this thing from the developer battle pass, I think it was the battle pass. It might have just been the season in general. If you did get it from that, definitely try it out. Definitely keep using it because it's really good. So I'm just going to go ahead and stop wasting time on this one and hop right into the next one. So coming in at the number 4 spot, we have one that I knew was going to be at the top of this list, and that is the Royal Fighter. Now, it's not at the very top, but it's at the top-ish. This Royal Fighter has a fire rate of 99, capacity of 40, mobility of 75, automatic, slows the target, and 4 times zoom. This thing is a really good weapon because, well, the super fast fire rate just makes it really insane. It makes it stand out compared to lots of other primary weapons in the game. So definitely try it out if you haven't got it. I do think you can get this one with coupons. I'm almost 100% sure of that. So definitely try getting this if you haven't already. The Royal Fighter, much like the last 2, also does a 700 milliseconds to kill somebody. That's a really good time to kill, though. Despite it not being number 1 on this list, that is a really good time to kill, and definitely do not underestimate that. I'm not going to spend much time on this one either. Let's just go ahead and hop right into the number 3 spot. Coming in at number 3 spot, we have the Echo Dial Rifle. The Echo Dial Rifle, despite having a very low capacity, packs a huge freaking punch and has a fire rate of 94, which for most primary weapons is not that good, but given the fact this is a 3-shot kill, that is really freaking good. The Echo Dial also has a mobility of 55, which is not the greatest, but also has automatic and 4 times zoom, so nothing too special there. But the Echo Dial does have a 667 milliseconds to kill somebody, which is really freaking good. So if you can actually really hit your shots with this thing, then you're going to be crazy. You're going to be just making people so freaking mad. You're going to be just annoying everybody because your aim is just going to be making this weapon insanely OP. So that is the Echo Dial Rifle right there at the number 3 spot. This video is kind of long already, so I don't want to waste too much more time. Let's go ahead and hop right into number 2. Coming in at number 2 actually wasn't number 1 until I got more weapons upgraded. The Project Dolphin is honestly my favorite primary weapon as of right now. The Project Dolphin has a fire rate of 98, capacity of 30, mobility of 65, semi-auto, gadget blocker, and 8 times zoom. This thing is like a 2 burst to the head. That's literally it, but it's so freaking good. I highly recommend using it if you have it. The Project Dolphin is 650 550 milliseconds to kill somebody, which seems really freaking good until you see what the number 1 spot is, because the number 1 spot is actually freaking insane. But anyways, the Project Dolphin is one of my favorite primary weapons of the game, and if you are not using this, definitely start using this because it is one of the best burst primary weapons in the game. Because one of the other burst ones, it's currently got in the trader's van or whatever, and that is a nuclear rifle. This thing was nerfed. It's actually like a 4 or 5 burst to the head, which is really freaking bad. But guess what? The Dolphin is not as bad as that. This thing's actually so much freaking better. The nuclear rifle is actually one of the worst primaries on the game when it comes to time to kill, but the Project Dolphin is so freaking good. Definitely try using this thing out. So coming in at the big number 1, you're probably waiting for this and trying to figure out what it is. We've seen so many really good weapons on this list, they probably expect them to be on number 1. But anyways, guys, coming in at number 1, we have the Storm. The Storm is actually from the Agent Snow, I believe, and it has a fire rate of 98, capacity of 25, mobility of 65, automatic, area damage, and 4x zoom. If you're asking what's so special about Agent Storm or this thing right here, then you guess what? This thing does a 550 millisecond to kill somebody, which is almost exactly half a second just to kill somebody. That means basically if you can hit your shots, you're gonna be shredding through people so freaking fast. You're gonna be like that YouTube channel that just shreds things for a living. Basically, this thing is insane. Definitely be using this thing. If you want to see primaries come back to the meta, start using this, because if you use this, guess what? They're gonna nerf this, and they're gonna buff a bunch of other primary weapons to compete so you can use other weapons as well. So definitely start using this. This thing is actually freaking insane. It's a really fun weapon to use, and I definitely recommend it because this thing is crazy. Anyways, guys, that is going to be it for the top 10. I do have some notable mentions that I'm going to go through so freaking fast. These things were all 817 milliseconds to kill. We have the Deadly Tail, Neutron Pulsator, Laser Assistant, Transform Machine Gun, Golden Friend, Pew Pew Rifle, PGA-01 Living Rifle, and the Stormtrooper Exoskeleton. All of these were 817 milliseconds to kill, and they just barely missed out on actually making it onto the list. With that being said, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you click the video right here on screen, and that'll take you to the top 5 shotguns of the game. I think you'll really enjoy that. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you subscribe, turn on the bell notifications, leave a like, do all that good stuff. And if you guys want me to, I can do a top 10 of flamethrowers in the game as well, because I think that'd be really interesting as well. With that being said, hope you guys all have a blessed day. I'll see you in the next video, and bye.